Right, so let's address a few things as well. Now, the reason why me and my family moved across town, despite being denied, despite filling diaries in herself and taking photographs over 404 months of the harassment we experienced, these little idiots and their little holes have been playing around with sound technology for a while. And the idea of annoying neighbours and making them hear stuff by using different frequencies and sound waves, and then causing them to twitch, feel like things were crawling on their skin, causing various sorts of pain, etc. The rest of it. Now, if you're not clear, if you look at how sound can be used to actually damage people, it's irreversible damage. Now, I have posted this before. Now, this happened in King Arthur's Way when we lived at number 69 Tintagel Close. Now, this was down to little Robbie Husk, who conveniently moved in and happened to be friends with the person who told me about it a couple of decades before. And I said I wasn't interested. This sort of thing wasn't mine. Thinking, I'm really not interested in you weird old man. I don't want nothing to do with you. Just because he was a work colleague when I worked at West House Transport. Now, it turns out that his son and little Robbie Husk are really good friends. Now, this all happened because they didn't like the fact that we spoke to the ASBO team and there was some sort of dispersal order. Because basically they were harassing us constantly and ruining our life, because my children and my wife, etc., were sick and tired of living in King Arthur's Way and just wouldn't get a moment's peace. Now, this went on and went on and went on. Next thing you know, they're starting to do this, that, and the other, setting fire to our home, etc., the rest of it. And this is all provable. Now, when this comes out, rather than me spoiling the whole thing for you right now, the fact of the matter is they made threats towards my wife and my children. They used a little bit of stuff that if you find the right frequency from next door, you can play sound waves into people so they hear them. As weird as it sounds, I know. It's actually the truth. If you have a look, there are certain levels of sound when you condition someone's hearing and their ears enough, you can actually make it happen. Now, if you think it's mental health, fine, but you have a look. You Google it, you look on YouTube, look at the ideas of infrasound, ultrasonic sound, sound frequencies that can actually be heard by certain people, and how you can change it and condition people's ears, etc. The rest of it. Have a little look. Now, this is all real science, it's all real fact. But of course, it wasn't real as far as everyone's concerned. And yet, there's documented evidence for the last few decades of how sound waves themselves can damage the human body irreversibly. So you tell me, am I just Jediing it onto the web, or is it real? Because it's documented, vasoconstriction, etc., all the rest of it. No, I really don't care whether you believe it or not, because science fact is science fact. And that's the problem. Now, this carried on and carried on, and we moved across the town, and then they played it even more. Now, why did it work like that? It's almost like turning a human being into a radio receiver for sound, isn't it? Is it not possible, really? That's funny, because it's been looked at by military for years and stopped from being done because it microwaves the human body. So it destroys the human body. Now, this is a fact. If you don't believe me, I really don't care, because you cannot refute science. Now, this has been proven, it's a fact. I've sent my ex various information to prove it was done to her, our children, and myself from day one when the little idiot moved into 70 Tintagel Close. Now, these are all facts. I don't care whether you believe them or not. So when the truth comes out, all certain people have to do is grab on a little Robbie Husk and his daddy and prove it. Now, if you don't believe me, certain big bad wannabes who think they're some sort of, I don't know, expert, professor level or whatever, then why don't you have a look, mate? And if you think I'm right, come and have a chat. I'm sure we can explain it to each other in words that you and I might be able to understand what others don't. But who knows? Anyway, this is all fact. I will carry on explaining. There is so much evidence, it's unbelievable. It's breaking down to my mental health and this not being real, because otherwise it paints certain people into lights where they seem to be not as perfect as they are. Whereas me, I just told the truth. Same as always, everyone knows I've been nothing but a scientist constantly. So have a look, have a Google, have a gander, see if I'm telling the truth or not. Because everyone I've spoken to seems to understand how sound can damage people, so have a butchers and see.